From just east of the Mississippi River, EA Sports welcomes you to the home of the Blues, Memphis, Tennessee. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Desperados of San Antonio taking on the Pioneers of Memphis.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio ball club, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Hunter. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
They go to Johnson again. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
When you look at this defense,
they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pat the 60. Pat the...
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The fullback dive held up short. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Far. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Gilbert. What a reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Well, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. You look at this defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll look to throw again. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and a couple.
At the 45-yard line.
Off play action. Darby. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
At the 16-yard line.
Viking 18.
Operating from the gun. Darby. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pioneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Desperados offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
A gain of 12. First down, Desperados.
To throw is Gilbert. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Complete to number 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 39-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And Walker has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Here's Gilbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
First down, San Antonio.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Gilbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the San Antonio first down.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Gilbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Desperados are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Desperados offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Gilbert. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12. First down, San Antonio.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body
under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
2 yards.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
2nd and 5.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Memphis, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready up. Come on. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Complete to number 86. Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. Cougar night. Ready.
Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hunter is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gilbert. Incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Gilbert. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bush. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Gilbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking to throw. Gilbert. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Back to throw. Gilbert. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Far. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Let's go now.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Gilbert. He finds his man. Complete. That's Walker. No gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Gilbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson.
Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big run there by Johnson. 47 yards on the ground.
Come on.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back coming and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Darby. A heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for Memphis. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Okay, ready?
2nd down and a yard.
Ready?
He finds Riddick complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Ready? Ready?
Off the play fake. Darby. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there of 22.
Ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tapping machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Pioneers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Back out comes San Antonio. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gilbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Bush. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Darby. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down. Darby. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
To number 23. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be hit
he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Darby. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gilbert. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Gilbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Gilbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They won't, and offensively, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, take care of the football and run out the clock. They can't just go and turtle, as we like to call it, just tuck in and just sit on the ball here. Try and get that first down and finish the game off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
the defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Ready.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Memphis, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the